Hi folks, it's Chef Kevin. We have Christmas coming up shortly, and if you're having a party, a few friends over, this would be a great food to put out. Tonight I'm making chicken liver pate. This is nice, rich, and decadent. This would be a real hit with your friends. This recipe is from The Joy of Cooking with one slight modification, and I'll tell you about that later. Okay, let's take a close look at the ingredients. Okay, the main ingredient, of course, is the chicken livers. This is 1.25 pounds. I'm just making a smaller portion. I'm making half of what's called for in the Joy of Cooking cookbook. I have an onion. That's a sweet onion, by the way. Salt and pepper, you gotta have that. Butter. Heavy whipping cream. A little brandy. And some herbes de Provence. This is a mixture of lavender, oregano, thyme. It's going to go nice. Okay, this is actually a fairly simple dish to make. First thing I'm going to do is clean the chicken livers, prep the chicken livers. Can't hear my chicken livers. What I did is I washed them in a colander. This way you get off the residual blood. And now what I'm going to do is take off any connective type tissue. Like this little white stuff. Cut them in half. There's actually quite a good amount of nutrition in these chicken livers, or any liver, for that fact. Okay, that was pretty straightforward. Let's go over to the stovetop. That's 4 tablespoons of butter. Gonna add a little olive oil. This will increase the flash point so the butter doesn't burn. This is not the vegan channel tonight, folks. Okay, most of the foam has subsided, so that means the water has been cooked off. Cooking these over a fairly high heat. That was the half of a Vidalia onion. The Vidalia is a sweet variety of onion, which I seem to enjoy. I have 3 cloves of garlic here. I'm going to put those right in there. I'm not going to slice them. This way it has less of a tendency to burn. Now I just want to make these translucent. I don't want to give them any color really. Don't want to make them brown. Just want to soften them up. That only takes about 2 to 3 minutes, actually. Okay, I'm going to take these off the fire. So I'm going to reserve that. Heat back on. I'm going to put the temperature up a little bit. Chicken livers in. Now I did pat these down on paper towels, and that'll help keep some of the spattering that you usually get. Okay, now these are going to cook fairly quickly, 2 to 3 minutes per side, and I want the center to be pink. I don't want to overcook this. Fresh coarse ground pepper. I'm not going to add any salt at this point because the salt could break down the cell walls of the liver and it would just become a mess. Okay, 2 to 3 minutes per side. In the meantime, I'm going to put the onions in the food processor. Okay, that is side 2. Little herbes de Provence. Some of those livers spattered so much they actually flipped themselves over. So you gotta, there you go. You gotta kind of be a little careful about this. I'm going to go ahead and add my 1 ounce of brandy. Try to use the good stuff when you do this, folks. Now, I'm not going to light this on fire, even though I would love to, but this is not the situation where it would be a good idea. I have cabinets around here. I don't want them to catch fire. It'll naturally burn off. You do not have to light it on fire. The alcohol will evaporate off in just a minute or so. Okay, I'm going to transfer this to the food processor. Okay, so chicken liver's in. Onions in. Going to add a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to add a tablespoon of cold butter. And I'm also going to add some applesauce. Actually, in the Joy of Cookbook recipe, it calls for a small apple to be skinned, cored, and grated, but this is a little bit easier. I don't think I need the whole 4 ounces though. I'm going to go for about 2 ounces on that. Not quite fine enough. Looks nice. I'm going to add 1 more teaspoon of butter, tablespoon I should say. This will help thicken it up. Give this a taste test here. Very nice. Needs a little salt. There's a tablespoon or so of salt there. Got an onion here hanging out. Most of these pâtés actually call for some type of sugar. Sometimes you can use brown sugar, but I'm doing the applesauce thing. That is very, very good. Okay, I'm going to dispense this into ramekins. Okay, these are not ramekins at all. These are mini cocottes, 8 ounces each. This is actually a ramekin, which traditionally pate would be served in, but you can serve it in just about any container. Yeah, that wasn't too messy. Clean this up a bit. I'm going to try to level that out nicely. One's a little more fuller than the other, but it is what it is. Okay, what I'm going to do now is top it off with a little melted butter. And what this does, it actually forms a seal so that the pate is preserved a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and pop these into the refrigerator, and it'll be ready to serve in 3 to 4 hours. Your chicken liver mousse is served. Now what we have on top is a layer of butter, which acts as a sealant. You can use other sealants as well, such as duck or chicken fat, but I'm using butter. So the first thing I'm going to do is just pull the top off, because it's just too rich otherwise. So I'm just going to pop the top here. There we go. Let's taste this. That is really, really rich. That's an excellent appetizer. Is fairly easy to make. I hope you enjoy this video and have a happy holiday.